Hello, I'm Graham Horton and welcome to today's video. Now in this video I'm hopefully going to answer the question, is it worth buying expensive lavalier microphones for your YouTube productions or audio recording? Now currently I'm using this Sennheiser system. It's the old Sennheiser EW100. It's a VHF system, fully compliant with the UK regulations at the moment, so I have no concerns about using it. And it's a very good grade transmitter and receiver pack for your camera. So it is a sort of consumer level device, but gives very good results. So the question is, do you need broadcast quality lavalier microphones to go with these devices to give you good audio? You can buy these lavalier microphones for as little as £8 on Amazon, or you can spend over £200 if you're buying the professional grade ones. Now I've got the EW2 mic that's currently plugged into the Sennheiser, which is the one that's supplied with the Sennheiser kit, and if you were to buy a replacement microphone that would cost you about £107 in the UK at the moment. So I'm going to test this EW2 that you're hearing now against a range of lavalier microphones ranging from the £8 to £20, and then one that I've been sent by Joby. And now you remember Joby are manufacturers of peripherals for your camera, such as a GorillaPod, but they also do a range of microphones, and the WAVO Lav Pro is one of their latest additions, and they sent this kindly for me to test for you. So full disclaimer, it was provided free of charge for this review, but again it's an independent review. You will get to hear all about this microphone without any bias at all. So we're going to look at the audio quality between these devices, and I'm going to use the same settings on the mic mixer to make sure that we've got the same level, so we can see the sensitivities of the microphone and the frequency responses. So at the moment this is the EW2. What I'm going to do first is to change over to the microphone that I built into these glasses. Just a standard electret condenser microphone, similar that you would find in a mobile phone, and I've just wired it into the side leg of this glasses. So I'll pause the video and switch over to that. So you're now hearing the sound from the microphone that's now bonded to the side leg of these glasses. It's just a standard electret condenser microphone. Again, the output is plugged into the EW100 transmitter. So what I want to do with the test is to look at the noise floor, how much background noise there is, are there any hiss, crackles and pops, and again the frequency response, how they respond to human voice. No equalization in post-production, so you're hearing the raw sound from each of these microphones. So this is the little glasses modification I made. What I'm going to do now is switch over to a microphone which was on eBay, and I think it cost me £8. Again, an electret condenser microphone. Does have the captive plug on here, so it is designed for rigs which you need a locking screw such as this body pack, or indeed if you're using an audio recorder such as this Tascam DR10, which is a nice little neat pass-through recorder, so you can actually use this as redundancy recording for your production. Quite expensive, but I think they're worth buying if you're into serious audio recording. You can actually use it as a standalone audio recorder as well because of its small compactness. If you're a wedding photographer or something like that, you can actually place this on your talent and have a good audio pickup. So let me switch over to this 10-pound mic and we'll again look at the audio from that. So you're now hearing the audio from this 10-pound microphone that I purchased on Amazon. The first thing to note is when I tried to clip this on, the plastic clip broke. So again, after a period of time, the plastic has degraded and the clip has broken. So I just had to fit a new clip to that microphone. But this is the sound quality. If I just be quiet for a moment, we can look at the noise floor. On my VU meters it's showing very, very low, but the hiss might be apparent in the video. I'll now switch over to another mid-range microphone. Again, I purchased this on Amazon, and I'll switch over to that and we'll listen to the audio quality from that. So we'll just test this microphone, and then finally we'll look at the WAVO Pro. In the UK it's £69, so we expect a better quality from it, and I'll show you that in just a moment. So you're now hearing the audio from that mid-range priced microphone. It's available on Amazon. I'll put a link to it in the video description below. I think it's called the SPS. So let's have a look at the audio quality, and I'll stop talking. We can look at the noise floor. Again, down to the minus 70 dB mark, so not very much background noise. So we've looked at some other microphones. I want now to concentrate on the WAVO Lav Pro, which is supplied by Joby for this review. So let's have a look at what you get when you unbox the product. I'm going to switch back to the audio from the Sennheiser microphone. Okay, so I switched back over to the Sennheiser microphone. Let's just listen to the noise floor in that microphone for a moment. Again, showing about minus 70 dB on the meter, so again quite a quiet microphone. So this is the WAVO Lav Pro microphone. It is a small condenser microphone. Look at the specifications. It's omnidirectional, which most of these microphones are. Has a frequency response 20 Hz to 20 kHz. Sensitivity is minus 45 dB plus or minus 3 dB. The maximum input sound pressure level is 120 dB, where the ME2 mic from Sennheiser can tolerate a higher sound pressure of 130 decibels. The bias for this is between 1.5 and 10 volts, so that would be provided by most cameras or input audio recorders. The microphone diameter is 5mm, so it's slightly smaller than the standard 6mm capsule. Now, the microphone cable on this particular device is about 2.5 meters long, so technically I could plug that microphone directly into the camera and be free of any preamps, etc. Danger is that you walk away forgetting that you're tethered to the camera and pull the camera over. So I do tend to use lavalier microphones with wireless transmitters so I don't run into that issue. I have had that in the past and pulled the camera over. So let's have a look now at this device itself. So they do provide you with a little faux leather pouch to protect the device, and inside we can see we have the device itself. Now note, this doesn't have a lock shield plug on here, so ideally this will go into your camera or into your adapter for your phone if you're using it with a phone, or indeed again it would just plug into a standard 3.5mm socket like this without the need of the locking ring. But in a professional environment it's nice to have a locking ring to make sure that there's no noise as these plugs move around or they don't get pulled out. But for general amateur use, I guess this is sufficient. If you're going to plug this into your side of a camera, no issue at all. Got a nice clip for your connection to your material of your shirt or blouse or whatever. It does rotate, so you can actually move the microphone around if you want it to orientate the other way around to get away from sibilance issues. It does have a little foam windshield. Let's just take that off, and you can see the size of this capsule is very, very small, 5mm. The standard capsule tends to be bigger than that, which is like this, 6mm, and again much longer, but you're getting a much better quality from this device. I'll leave the foam windshield off for this test so it's comparable with the others. Now again, you can see this is the length of cable you'll get with this device, and it is one of those cables which is feels as though it's got a sort of a steel core to it. It's like a springy lead. Just tend to tangle a little bit, I've found in practice, but nothing you can't sort out. So what I'm going to do now is plug this into the Sennheiser EW100 and we'll listen to the audio quality from this device. As I said before, this microphone will cost you £69 in the UK. Are we going to get any different audio quality from this device compared to the cheaper models? Let me plug it into the EW100 and we'll find out. So you're now hearing the audio from this Lav Pro mic. I've kept it at the same distance as the Sennheiser to keep a level playing field. The levels are the same. It looks a little bit hot, so I'm going to drop the volume of this so it doesn't peak. So I've reset the levels of the device and it's about minus 13 dB, the same as the Sennheiser, so we should have the same sound pressure. Now this mic, I guess, was developed for the WAV Pro range of microphones. These are blimp microphones which fit on top of the hot shoe of your camera. Have a minus 10 dB safety track as well, so one track is recorded at normal volume, the other is recorded at minus 10, so if you do get a peak up which gives you clipping, you can then just use that part of the track from the safety track to overcome that peak. So that's a useful feature. You can check those out on their website. So this is the audio quality. Let me just be quiet for a moment and look at the noise floor. Again, round about the minus 70 dB on the scale, so very quiet. Might be able to hear some hiss. So as I said before, there's going to be no post-production of the audio. I'm not going to apply any compressors or expanders, any noise reduction or anything. It's just raw audio you're hearing from these microphones. Well, I hope you found that comparison useful and gives you an idea of what you can get with the higher grade microphones compared to the lower price models. So until my next video, thanks very much for watching. Please do take care, and I hope to see you all very, very soon. Goodbye for now.